Hello, good evening, and welcome to Monkeys with Fire. How is everybody tonight? Hope you're all well. Hope you're getting ready for the weekend. So we have another fun tabletop game to share with you tonight, and it is an open mic session. So if you would like to join on in, please start setting up your Discord. Make sure that you have all your audio settings done prior to us playing. Alright, so what game are we playing tonight? We're going to be playing a game of Colt Super Express from Ludonaute. This is the card game version to the very popular Colt Express board game. Thoroughly enjoyed playing that, and spoilers, this game is just as much fun, if not maybe slightly better, because it is very portable, and I am looking forward to taking this away on holiday with me. So yes, looking forward to sharing it with you tonight. Do let me know in the chat if you would like to join on in, because the number of players does affect how we set the game up. It's very easy to play. That's why I'm going to explain all the rules as before we start, and we'll be playing straight away pretty much. Mystical, are you all set and ready to join on in? You think so? Okay. All right. Lornor, would you care to join on in? You don't necessarily need to join in on the voice, but you would need to put your commands into Discord so that we can see what you want to do. So it's just a case of just typing on in what your character is going to do, and I will explain how that plays out. But let's bring Mystical on in, and we can start going through the rules. Good evening, Mystical.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm okay, how are you?
I'm pretty good. Good evening, Roger. You've just joined us in time. We're just about to go through the rules on Colt Super Express. We are, of course, looking for players. The more players we have in this, the better. But it's a very easy game to play. All you'll need to do is send me your commands via Discord direct message, okay? So let's jump to the table and let's go through the game. So what we're going to do is we're going to set this up now, and we're going to assume 3 players. So, or Roger, can you commit? Are you able to join on in? Because it does affect how I set this game up.
Roger, join.
No peer pressure here whatsoever. The great thing about this game is that it does play up to 7 players. You have a meeting in 30 minutes. Oh, okay. Well, hopefully we might still be playing once you finish a meeting. What we're going to do then is we will set it up for 3 players. All right. So what I have is we have a locomotive. We then need to basically put on in a number of cards equal to the players plus 1. So 3 players, we're going to have 4 cards. So let's make our train. 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to give it a little bit of space. Okay. So there we go. We have our train. Those to one side. We have a variety of characters, all very typical of the Western genre. So we have Ghost and Doc. Is it Django? I think it is, isn't it? It's a silent D. We have Belle, Cheyenne, and May. I'm going to go with May. Who would you like to play? I'm going to play Tuco because I'm playing as Red. And it makes absolutely 0 bearing on the game whatsoever. It is just down to what colour of meeple you would like to be.
I want to be Belle.
You want to be Belle, so you're going to be purple. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So we're going to take your cards. We'll put them there. We have Belle. Unfortunately, Sarah is not joining us tonight, so Sarah's going to be the third player. Who do you think Sarah would play as? Which colour would she go for?
Oh, let's do Sarah as May.
As May, she's going to be yellow. There we go. So put the cards there. All right. We're all good. So then, the object of the game is to basically be the last bandit standing on the train. It's as simple as that. The game is divided into a series of rounds, and each round has 2 phases. The first phase is scheming, and the second phase is shooting. And that's it. Scheming and shooting. So what's going to happen in the scheming phase, you have essentially 4 cards in front of you, and these cards are the same for each player. So what we're going to do is we'll look at Belle's cards, so you can take a look at the really nice artwork here. So let's jump on in. Let's take a look. Each card is an action. And of course I'm on the wrong page, so actually let's do this in order of how the actual cards are on the manual. Okay, here we go. So this first card is flip. So what this is going to do, it's going to change your bandit's orientation in the way that they are facing within the train, all right? So, but it's without changing their position. So if your gun is pointing towards the locomotive, turn it over so it points towards the caboose. Obviously, and it took me a little bit to work this out, but then of course I relied on all the westerns that I'd watched. We have the locomotive, and the very last car is the caboose. Okay, so yeah, I know. We don't have a caboose in the UK. We just have the last carriage. No. There we go. So this is going to basically flip is going to alter your orientation of which way you're facing. The next card is change floors. And this is as simple as that if you are in the carriage, then by changing floor, you will go to the roof of the carriage. If you are on the roof, you will go down into the carriage. Nice and easy. So here we go. Now, the important point. If there are already bandits there, position yourself so that the back of your figure is at the edge of the card. So I'm just going to show this example. Let's put me in the carriage. Like so, and let's say you were at the top there. If you were to come down, then you basically position your figure so that you are the back of your figure is at the edge of the card. So you're at the edge here, you would come down to that edge there. All right. And
all right.
I just want to make sure I get this right. Yeah, I think that's correct, yes. If you are at the top of the car, you would come down like so. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, that's good. All right. So that was changing floors. You then have, oh, wrong card. Start with the card. You then have move. So move to the next wagon where your gun points to without changing floors or orientation. If there are already bandits there, position yourself on the side of the card by which you came in. Okay? If you move and you end up out of the train, then you are eliminated. You'll find out why that's important in a moment. So, for example, if we were like so, and you did the move action, you would move to that carriage there. You would pass me by. All right. And then the final action is fire. So you shoot the first bandit in your line of sight. A bandit is in your line of sight when they are in front of you. Your gun is pointing at them, and you're on the same floor in your train car or in another one, as long as there is no bandit standing between you and them. So, for example, at this moment, we are in the same carriage. You would be shooting at me. That's fine. Even if you were in this carriage over here, you would still be shooting at me. If Sarah, however, was in the way, then of course you'd be shooting Sarah in the back. But that's absolutely fine. That's totally permissible in this game. Totally permissible. Okay. So when you shoot a bandit, you move them to the next train card on the same floor and lay them on their back without flipping them. They are stunned. It is not possible to shoot a stunned bandit. The bullets fly over their head. If you push a bandit out of the train, they are eliminated. So if you were to shoot Sarah, you basically are pushing her into the next carriage. All right. The same happens, of course, if we were up on top of the carriages. Then by shooting, you would do the same thing. And so again, so in this instance here, you're going to be hitting Sarah, not me. I'm perfectly fine. And even though she's at the beginning of the carriage here, she would end up coming all the way to the back here. All right, because it's the entire, there's nothing stopping her. She goes all the way out. Okay, so that's firing. If you are on your back because you have been shot, then the next available card that you play, regardless of what that card is to wake up. So when you're stunned, all played action cards have the same effect. You must raise your bandit up without changing their previous orientation. So if Sarah was down on her back there, having been shot, the next card that she plays would bring her back up, and her orientation stays in the same way. Those are the 4 cards. So what's going to happen is during the scheming, you are going to choose 3 of your cards and have them in order. So the way we're going to do this on the Discord is you're going to give me a message, and it'll be 1 and then the name, and then 2 and a name, and 3 and a name. So I know the order that these play out. Okay. I will of course choose my cards first, and then I will look across and take yours. What we're going to do is, for the Sarah player, we're going to shuffle her cards and then just randomly choose 3. And we will have them in a certain order, and we will not know at all what Sarah's doing. She is going to be a complete random element in this game. Having played this last weekend, it is incredibly funny having this very, very weird character who doesn't quite know where they're at. So
this is gonna be great.
It's gonna be very amusing. It's going to be even funnier if Sarah wins. Okay. So what's going to happen is at the end of each round, I think it's called an engineer, isn't it, of the train, releases the last car on the train. If you are in the last car, you are eliminated. If your bandit gets pushed off from the last car, you are eliminated. And ultimately, it is whoever is last standing. If we all get to the locomotive, and the locomotive is the last element on the train, the engine, that's it, the engine is the last, then what will happen is So there we go. The game ends instantly when a single bandit is in or above the train, and that bandit is declared the winner. The game also ends when the last train card gets unhooked and that several players remain in the locomotive. The player with the most loot cards in front of them wins the game. In case of a tie, the player with the highest loot value wins. Now what happens at the end of the round, so once all action cards have been resolved, as in the free cards that we play, the caboose comes off. If a bandit is on this train card, they are eliminated. The bandit farthest from the locomotive picks up the discarded card. Each of these cards have been random and they have a value on the back. So what will then happen is if we get to the point where there is only the locomotive, we will compare values, and whoever has the most loot then ultimately wins. All right. I think we are good to go. So then, it's going to be interesting. So what we need to do is we need to randomly find a first player. And time old fashion, we just drop a meeple. Okay, you are first player. So you go there. Who is second? Sarah is second. And I am third. So I'm going to put these cards in order. And I just want to make sure I get the setup correct. So Sarah would go there, and I go just there. Okay, and you are first player. We just want to remember that. First player passes along after each round. Okay, so I'm going to take a look at my cards. And I'm going to decide. So I've got to choose 3 out of the 4 that I have here. What do I want to do? You've got to put these into order. Okay. Let's go with that.
What?
So,
But what if I only want to do 2 of them?
Exactly.
Can I play them?
You've got to do 3.
Oh. And you can't use the same card.
Nope.
Right? You
Nope.
can.
Yeah. Oh, yes. This is where it's a lot of fun. So that's my discard. Those are my 3 cards in order. So for the Sarah player, we're just going to shuffle her cards up. Okay. And then we got 1, we got 2, we got 3. Sarah has her 3 cards. Rogue is asking, what are the 4 cards? So we basically have, in order here, we have Flip, which turns the orientation of your bandit. We have Change Floors, which may either you go onto the roof of the carriage or you go down into the carriage. We have Move, which means you move from one carriage to the next carriage. And finally, we have Fire, which means you shoot whichever bandit is in front of you. Okay, depending on which way you are facing. Granted, of course, there can be a situation where there is no bandits in front of you. All right. Are you ready, Miss Skull? Yeah? Have you put your instructions in?
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah? All right. So let's have a look. Okay. So let's prepare these. So that one. Then it's that one. Then it's that one. All right. And what happens is we reveal these all simultaneously. Okay. So I don't have free hands. We'll have to do it. So here we go. So your first action. Sarah's first action. My first action. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay.
So how does this work? Did we all just go down?
No, because of course, and Sarah, remember, Sarah's is completely random, got no idea what was happening there. So what happens is it goes in order from the first player. So you shoot first, which means you shoot Sarah. Sarah falls on her back in that carriage.
But that means you shoot me.
Okay. Right? Well, no. Sarah, right? Her action now becomes a stand-up. She doesn't get to do the shoot, but she wakes up. She just stands. And then I shoot Sarah. And Sarah goes back into that carriage.
We just ping-ponged her. Oh, I feel so bad.
She doesn't know where to go.
Oh, no.
Okay. So that's
She's
the
like in
first.
the shield right now.
That's the first. But hey, we know that there's no more shooting going on. We've done the shooting. I knew this game was going to be hilarious. God. Okay, so we revealed the next cards. Okay, here we go.
Oh, God.
1, 2, 3. Okay, so you are moving. You move into the next carriage. Sarah stands up because she's been shot. I go to the top of the carriage. All right. We discard those, and we now reveal the final cards. Okay. So you are climbing to the top of the carriage. Sarah is moving into the next carriage.
Sarah's like, I'm out of here.
I am moving across to the next carriage. All right. And so that's the end of the round. The engineer takes off the last carriage, the caboose. I'm going to keep on using caboose. And so you get those points. So I'm just going to put those just there. Okay.
Okay.
We'll reset the cards. I'll take mine here. Sarah is now first player. I'm going to shuffle her cards. Oh, got that wrong way around. There we go. Alright, we'll just shuffle these a little bit more. There we go. And then it's 1, 2, 3 for her. Okay. Obviously, I'm going to start choosing my cards. You go ahead.
I'm working.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
All right, I think we're good. There's my cards just there.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
Okay, I'm gonna be risky. I think I'm gonna be risky.
Okay.
Okay.
You ready?
Oh, this is gonna bite me in the butt. Okay, yeah, I put it there.
Okay. Right, so let's take a look. All right. Okay. So you want that one. Then you want that one. Then that one. Okay. Make sure I got that right. First, second, third. All right, good. Put those just back. And right. So then, Sarah, remember, is the first player. So we'll reveal all the cards, but Sarah's going to start the action. So here we go. Right. So Sarah turns around. I shoot. And then you have to stand back up. All right.
Yep.
Okay. Next. Sarah moves forward. I turn my orientation.
And I shoot you in the back.
And you shoot me in the back. Oh, no. Boom. So I just got shot. Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no. Okay, I did it. Oh, no. I'm okay. I'm okay.
You think you're okay?
I'm okay.
Okay, let's do this backwards. So Sarah is going to shoot. She shoots into an empty carriage.
You get up.
I'm just getting up.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
I move.
Oh, you move. Lucky you. Lucky you.
I switched my order of things at the last minute. I was like, I'm gonna be risky. I'm so glad I switched it.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the end of the round, and yet again, you are the furthest away from the locomotive. You pick up another carriage. Okay. So that could have gone out very differently. Let's
except I'm about to be eliminated, I think. Oh no.
So I'm going to be first player. We're going to shuffle Sarah's cards. Yeah, do that, and then 1, 2, 3. Oh goodness. Okay.
Okay, I think this. This is my order. This is what I'm doing. Oh no! Oh no!
Ooh. Okay.
The only thing saving me right now from what I know is that you are facing the opposite way, so you won't shoot me off the end right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
But Sarah, however,
you do not. I've got no idea. No idea what she's going to do. Okay. You see, this is why I found it hilarious having this random player in, because they're just doing the weirdest of things, which is great. Okay, let's take a look. Oh, what you're doing? You're going to do that one first. Then you're going to do that. Then you're going to do that. Okay. All right. I think we're good. So double check. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yes. All right. Here we go then. Here we go. So, starting with me, and then it's you. Oh, and then it's Sarah. Okay, so I am going to move down. You are going to move down.
Damn it. Damn it, she shoots me off
and Sarah shoots you right off the train.
I was hoping she wouldn't shoot me.
Sorry. So you're out of it. That's it.
Yep.
Okay, we'll put you over here. So it is between Sarah and I now.
This is great.
Well, let's see how it goes. So I'm going to turn round.
Oh, unless she moves,
Sarah?
she's in trouble.
She's moving. She just goes, I'm getting out of here, and she just runs. So there we go. That is the end of the game. Sarah just didn't want to face the consequences.
She's like, I've been shot enough. I'm done.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay. So that's the end of the first game. You see, it plays real quick, doesn't it? It's perfect.
It does, yeah.
Right. But the great thing about the game is it has mini expansions to it. So we're going to add an extra card into the mix. You're still only going to be choosing 3 cards, but now you're going to have 5 cards to choose from. All right. So let me.
Oh dear.
Yeah, exactly. Let me set this up, and I just want to check, is there anybody who wants to join on in now that we've played around and you can see how the game plays. So, Belle, you need your new card. So does May. And so does Tuco. And
I need to buy this game because it's amazing.
Well, this is a cut down, condensed version of the main board game, and the board game, it's well worth checking out. It is Colt Express. You want to see those wonderful cardboard carriages and locomotive, right? So it's, imagine this but physical in 3 dimensions on your table.
Oh my god.
It's really cool. And then there are so many expansions that they've done adding extra elements to it. It's a great game, but this is perfect for taking away because you can see how small the box is, right? So you can have the same experience, but just in a small box that is easy to put in a rucksack. Okay, so we're doing the first of the expansions. And the expansion that I've added is Reflex. So let's take a look at this.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, hang on. I'll make sure everybody's got the right. Yeah, hang on. It's not Reflex. No, actually, we're going to make it Reflex. I'm not going to spoil the other one. We're going to do Reflex since I've mentioned it. So, the expansion we're doing is Reflex. Okay, so here we go. Here is Belle with the Reflex card. So then, here we go. If you get stunned, get up without changing orientation and shoot the first bandit in your line of sight. So remember, when you typically are stunned, whatever the next card is, you basically use it to get up, and that's it, isn't it? If your next card is the Reflex card, you get up and you shoot. In other words, you kind of knew you were going to get shot, and you've now programmed in that you are going to shoot back straight away. All right.
This is gonna be
okay. So this is
funny.
This is a card you know that you're going to get shot, and your next turn the next card to be revealed is this one, so that you can shoot back straight away.
Okay.
But here we go. If you are not stunned and you play this card, then you lay your bandit on the back. Right? In other words, you were doing a bit of a slow motion dive, and it's not quite worked out. You were kind of jumping, and nothing was there. Yes, so it's a little bit of a waste. Okay. So what we will do is we'll start with you as being the first player. Our train situation is the same as it was, but I'm going to change the cards. So we changed the values. I just want to show you the cards are done like frames of film.
So did we have to score that last game?
No, because ultimately you were eliminated. So even though you had cash, you got kicked off the train. It doesn't matter. You're out. Okay. Hey, Baron, how are you?
But you would have gotten one.
No, it ultimately doesn't matter. The cash is only for tiebreakers. Ultimately, I was the last person standing, and that being the case, I ultimately win. I don't even have to worry about cash. Okay. So I had no cash cards, and yet completely won.
I understand now.
Yeah. Baron, we're just about to play the next round of Colt Super Express. It's very, very easy to learn. Did you want to play via the chat? All you'll need to do is make a decision as to what actions your bandit is going to do, and then just put them into Discord as a direct message. Or you just want to watch? Not a problem. Not a problem. Okay, so what I'm going to do then is I'm going to shuffle these cards up. All of these have different values, and it's for, as I say, purely the tie-break situation. So we put down cards equal to the number of players plus 1. There we go. We take our meeples, give them a bit of a shake, and drop the first one out. Oh, I'm gonna feel there's more coming out than one. Oh, there we go, red. So I am at the back of the train. Oh no. Then it is you, and then it is Sarah. Okay. I'm going to shuffle Sarah's cards. Oh, right way around. There we go. So, and she goes 1, 2, 3. There's 2 cards just there. I am going to decide what I want to do.
Oh gosh, I gotta do the same thing.
Yes, yes.
I forgot what I was supposed to do.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go with that. Let's go with that. Let's see what we get. I have a very awkward looking train.
So you're first, I'm next, then Sarah. Okay.
No, you're first.
Oh, I thought...
Yeah.
Oh, you just were doing placement. Okay, so I'm first. Ooh, okay, that changes what I want to do.
Yes. Yes, knowing where you are in the lineup is very important.
Yeah, okay, so we're gonna do that, I think. Then we're gonna do that. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do.
Are you good?
Okay.
Are you good? Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Okay.
There's some strategy.
Oh no, there has to be. This is actually very. It's a very strategic game in a condensed format. It reminds me, and again I'll show my age here, and I think this might only have been, well, I imagine it might have been worldwide, but it might have gone under a different name. There was a toy when I was a kid that I really wanted and basically never got, called Big Track, and basically it was a futuristic tank that you programmed to make it move. So it had a touchpad on the top of it, and you would say, press go forward, and it would go forward. I think each press was one length of the tank. So you could press it forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you could say, turn 45 degrees right once, and then go forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, and basically give it instructions for it to then do. And move itself around the room. It had a sort of a tipper truck sort of part to it. Well, that's what this game is. It's basically action programming, which is really funny because once you program your bandit, you cannot change, no matter what the circumstances play out on the train. And that's what I love about it. So action programming games are hilarious. They really are a lot of fun. Okay, we are programmed and ready. Let's see what happens to our unlucky bandits. Here we go then.
Wind it up and let the chaos go.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're going to shoot. Sarah is going to shoot. Oh no! I'm going to, well, we will see. So you're going to shoot. I'm going to be pushed to the locomotive. Oh, hang on a second. I've done it wrong.
No, that's
Sarah.
Yeah, that's
right.
not Sarah.
Hang on. You're going to shoot.
Yeah, that.
So you're shooting Sarah. Sarah goes there. Sarah's on her back. Sarah then shoots, but that gets her to stand up. I climb up onto the top of the roof. I was getting confused. Okay. It's easily done, isn't it, as we know. Right. That's the first set of actions. What happens next? You're going to climb up Sarah's going to climb up. I'm going to move forward. So...
Oh, you're going to pass me by.
You climb up. Well, no. No. So hang on a second. So you climb up. Sarah climbs up. I move. Now I've got to come on in. I've got to be at the back of the card that I've entered, which effectively means that you are somewhere over here, but I am behind you. That's the important point.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
So there we go. We're all up on the roof.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay. What are you going to do? You're moving forward. What's Sarah doing? Sarah's turning round. What am I doing? I'm shooting. So you move forward over to the next carriage. Sarah spins round. So she's facing that way. And I am going to shoot you in the back. So you end up lying flat on that side. Okay. The carriage gets unhooked, and so I take that carriage. First player goes over to Sarah. All right. Let us...
So I'm only picking 2 now, because I have to use 1 to automatically to get up.
In essence, you still have to pick 3 cards, okay? But the first card you use, yes, it is a get-up action, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
We will just shuffle Sarah's up. Okay, and then we go 1, 2, 3. So Sarah's are primed. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Gonna do that.
You know what? Let's try it.
It's...
Alright, there's my...
Ooh. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Well, sometimes there's situations where... Yep. Okay, let's see what you got. So, okay, you're gonna have to tell me what that first card is, because it's still got to be a card. I suppose it could be any card, couldn't it? Yeah, okay. Yeah,
you could just pick any random card that's not the 2 I picked. Otherwise,
yeah, exactly. So we want that. We want that. And so we're just going to put that card in play there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Okay.
Because it really doesn't matter what I pick for that first one. It's not being used for that action. So.
Yeah, no, that's quite right. It's quite right.
Yeah.
Okay. So we go with Sarah. Sarah is going to shoot. I am going to shoot. And
no!
You, well, would be getting up. So unfortunately, yeah, this is where turn plays its part, doesn't it? Sarah shoots off the train into nothingness. I shoot. Oh, no, it's okay. It's okay. I shoot, but you're stunned. So the bullets go over you and shoot Sarah off the train. And you now stand up.
Yeah, but I was expecting you not to shoot first.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, Sarah's dead. Okay.
Whoops.
Oopsie. So it is now just between the two of us. Let's see what happens now. You are turning round. I am moving forward. So it still starts with the Sarah's character as first player, but she's not doing anything. So it's me to move, and then you to turn round. Okay.
This actually may have helped me.
Well,
maybe.
Well,
we'll
I think I remember what. Yes. Okay. Well, yeah. Well, we'll see. Okay. I'm moving down, and you are doing the reflex.
Yeah.
Right, now here we go. So if you are not stunned, lay your bandit on their back. So it's first for me. I go down, and you lay yourself on your back.
Yep.
All right. I take the caboose card, and we basically reset. So you just need to choose what cards. I'm just going to tidy Sarah's up, but of course she's no longer in the game. Ooh. What are we going to do?
What do I do? What exactly? What do I do?
So remember, I am first player.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh. I think it. Well. Yeah. There we go. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna try this. And see if this works. Oh no, I do. Oh.
Oh yes, I know. Okay, right, you're good. So let's see which commands you've gone for. So
because it's very much trying to anticipate what I think you're going to do.
Yeah. Okay. That will do, I think. Let's just make sure I'm correct. And we got that one. And we got that one. All right. Oh. Okay, here we go. Okay. So, I reveal I'm climbing up to the top.
Okay.
Well, you're getting up, aren't you?
Yes, I'm just standing up. Bloop.
Okay. I'm shooting.
Oh, yes.
Yeah? So...
Oh, yes. Yes.
You're off the train.
But it happened. Okay, okay.
Now, let me just double check, because your card... So let me just double check. Is reflex.
Yeah.
Now, hang on. So this is if you are stunned. Okay? That's not the case. You're not stunned. You have been shot off the train.
There was really no good way for me to
No, there wasn't. Okay? But, so, okay, I win that game, but let me introduce you to the final expansion that's in the game.
Oh,
and the one thing you needed to have used to get yourself out of that situation. So, let's reset.
Oh.
Let's reset.
Please tell me it's like jumping onto a horse to run away or something. Oh, please.
It is a horse.
I'm just thinking of the Western movies when you just dive off the train onto a horse. Just, oh.
Yeehaw! It's a horsey!
Fantastic.
Okay, so we've got the horse. Let me set things up. We'll include the horse here. So you're going to be first again.
That's great.
This game has it all thought out. Okay, so let's put those back there. I'm going to shuffle these cards. Just get a new train set up, and I'll explain what the horse does for you. And then you'll kick yourself going, oh, I wish I had that one just at that turn then. That was actually perfect. Okay, so 4 carriages. There we go. Right. So the horse. So put your figure inside the locomotive facing forward. If there are already bandits here, then put it at the forwardmost spot of the locomotive. The effect of this card is also applied if it is the card you revealed right after being ejected from the train. You've been saved at the last minute and you get back on the train as indicated above. So please note, this card can only save you during an ongoing round, so it wouldn't save you in the final round. So basically what would happen is just put your finger, okay. So you can use the horse card, and when you use it, what it does is wherever you are on the train, no matter your orientation, it will put you into the locomotive facing forward. All right. If somebody else was already in the locomotive, it puts you in the forward-most spot. So we'd push them back and you will be at the front of the loco. All right, so the horse can be used at any time. But if you were ejected from the train, if your next card reveal, right, was your horse, it means that you would have got onto your horse and then you get saved. Hi-ho, monkey away. Absolutely. Okay, so that would have been, so as opposed to the reflex card, so I understood what you were trying to do. If you'd played the horse card, it would have saved you. All right?
Well, I didn't have the horse
you
card.
You didn't have the card at that time, no, which was just kind of ironic, wasn't it? But there we go. So we now have a total of 6 cards to choose from, but we are only going to play 3. That's it. Okay, let us work out our order. Oh, I'm starting at the back. Oh, I think you were first. And then Sarah. We're going to shuffle Sarah's card, so Sarah has the horse in here as well now.
Okay.
Okay. Do-do-do-do. And so we go 1, 2, 3 for Sarah. Alright. I have my cards done. Like I say, it's well worth checking out the Colt Express board game. There are so many expansions available, and it is beautiful to have it set up on your table. Looks really cool. But this, of course, is the slightly condensed version. But as you can see, It plays out wonderfully. All right. Okay. Here we go. Mystical, you're gonna you're turning round.
I am turning around.
You're turning round. Sarah. Oh wow, Sarah's shooting. So you end up on your back in the carriage. Wow. Okay. Yep. I jumping on my horse. All the way to the front. Okay. Let's see what happens. You are going to, well, ultimately... Oh. You did a reflex. So you jump up, spring, and shoot. Nothing there. Sarah dashes forward into the next carriage. I turn round.
It's okay. I have my human shield between you and me right now.
Okay. You climb up onto the top of the roof. Sarah climbs up onto the top of the roof. Oh, no. I shoot and miss both of you.
We were just like, nah, forget this.
That's it. The engineer releases the caboose. I love saying that word. And you get the points being the furthest from the locomotive. All right.
All right.
Start programming. I will shuffle these. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Remember, Sarah is the first player.
Yeah. Let me just double check here if it's gonna do that. Yeah, we'll see how this works for me. I'm not too confident in it, but we'll see.
Okay. I've put mine down just like so. You're all ready. Let's see what you're doing. Okay, that. Then that. And that. Okay. All right. Here we go then. Sarah is shooting.
Oh, come on! Oh,
no. Wow, Sarah's got it in for you. But hey, we have to find out what your move is going to be, so we'll see.
It's not. It doesn't save me.
I'm going to climb up. What are you going to do?
Me. It would have saved me next time.
No. Oh, no. That's
it
the great thing. It would have
saved me if she shot the second round.
I mean, it is funny because it is completely random, but I suppose as being first player, she would absolutely shoot you, wouldn't she? It's as simple as that. Yeah. But of course, you're hoping that it's because it's the random player. What's the chances of it?
You're shuffling, and you don't. Shuffling it needs work.
I shuffle. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm afraid you're out of it. Okay.
Oh now, go Sarah, go Sarah.
Right. So let's find out what happens now.
I hope your next one is to fire and hers is to climb down.
She turns around.
Oh no, Sarah. She's gonna be out.
I shoot. Of course I do. So she's down on her back.
And then she's out.
And then, well, yeah.
Yeah, because the conductor releases the train.
She gets up because the horse doesn't count for this. It's just getting up.
Mm-hmm.
And even I wasn't shot, so I just end up laying on my back. I don't shoot. But unfortunately, conductor releases the last car. At least she's in the car this time. Oh my goodness me.
This game is so much fun. It's so much fun.
Oh goodness.
And it's so much fun to lose too.
Yes,
like there are very few games where it's fun to lose. Yes.
Well, there you go. That basically is everything that the game has in the little box. As I say, it can play up to 7 players. You do need a minimum of 3. So that's why we have our stand-in random player. I'd actually think that I would be inclined to put a random player in any game because I think they just add
I was just going to say, I highly recommend it.
This unpredictable element, which is just hilariously funny.
They should just make that part of the rules. They should just make it you can play up to 7 people, but then you have one random person that just throws a wrench in everything.
Yes. Okay. that effectively, that's probably a good place to end. That brings us, we've shown everything that's in the game, apart from one element, because this game would not be complete without an appropriate time travel machine at the front of the locomotive. Okay, so you can add a time travel machine at the front. There are special rules that you can go online using a QR code to basically find out how that works. And I will leave it to people to find that out for themselves. But it is a wonderful element to it. It's a bit of a pop culture nod. It's really, really clever. So there you go.
That's really good.
That is Colt Super Express. Highly, highly recommend it. Lots of fun. Great game to be able to take away with you. Get a group of friends together. Have a lot of silly fun. Easy to teach. Plays very quickly. Yeah, love it. Think it's a great game.
Oh, that card is fantastic. Have I already found it? Yes.
How have you? Oh, Baron, you're saying you want it. Excellent. Good.
Yes.
As I say, this as the cut down card version is amazing. But you can have the same experience for a larger experience with the 3D models of the train carriages and of course all the many expansion packs that they've created for the board game. So go and check that out as well. I could well imagine you could have room in your life for both of these games because they play the same but serve different purposes. I really would like to actually go and take a look at the main board game. There's a big box that includes all the expansions within it, and I believe they've even got another expansion due out soon. They seem to release expansions on quite a regular basis for the game because it's just been so popular. It's just very, very fun game to play, which that's what you want, isn't it? So, there we go.
This game feels very much. It feels very much like it would be fun to, like, if you're going to a premiere of a movie and you're there hours early because you're standing in line. We used to do this. We would take things like Sushi Go and Love Letter
Yes,
This
yes.
feels like it's the same type of thing. Just throw it in a bag, take it with you, and then play this in line. And then just make friends with the people standing behind you. Be like, hey, come play this with us.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, ultimately, if you even just had hold of... Well, I suppose you still need the train, don't you, to be able to show where your meeples are in relationship to one another. I think that's important. But it doesn't take up a massive amount of room. So it wouldn't be too bad. But yeah...
Well, even if you didn't have the train, though. If you didn't have the train and you just had the cards in your hand, you could use, as long as you consistently used something that represented the train.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just understanding where you are, and of course this is a visual guide, isn't it? But yeah, if you can work it through, then great. So there we go. That's a lot of fun. Very, very silly, but yes, I like it. Great game. Okay, so well, we'll leave it at that. Have a wonderful weekend, and we will catch up. We've of course got another role-playing game to take a look at next Tuesday. Something that is very relevant to a movie that is coming out later this year. I believe it's this year, I think it is. And then we do have another board game for next Thursday. I think we might go and revisit one of the ones we played previously to have a bit of a rematch, maybe with some additional new elements added to it. What game could that be? All right, so thank you so much, Mystical. Have a great weekend.
You too. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye now. Well, there we go then. That was our game of Colt Super Express from Ludonaute. Thank you so much for Mystical Unicorn Painting for joining in tonight, and for our Sarah stand-in. Lots of fun. I highly recommend it. It is just a great, great game. Do go and check it out. As I say, we do have more games next week, so join us on Tuesday and Thursday. But until then, have a wonderful weekend. Bye for now.